a whole goddamn building full of dead people. You know something? I thought I loved my country, and I thought for years I never knew what they could do to us black people here. Now I know what they could do. I got a bad taste in my mouth. I don't no longer want to be here after what they've done to me. A whole family, grandchildren who had scholarships. I haven't seen them yet. 3 years I've been back. My children, I haven't sat down and talked to them since I've been here. When I went downtown the last time, I reported discrimination. I filed 5 charges to go to court. Everybody in here has been to court with me. I never got a summons for a court trial. Yes, we suffered. Look who's out here. Very few whites, most of black. When is it going to change? I should have been the first one to come to. No dime. I don't even have teeth. Today I have not a dime. Oil wells. Wills. Not one dime. I'd like everybody to know how I feel today. This is the first time. I don't call myself an activist. I'm not. I was very intelligent, and there I just don't know where it stopped. I wasn't even allowed to go to college. They took that away. When is it going to end? You hear me? What have they done to us here? And we're still going for it. I'm in a goddamn debt. All that damn money. I thank God that He's kept me alive. If it wasn't for Him, I wouldn't be here. I was saved when I was 10 years old. Received the Holy Ghost when I was 12. I've never hurt anybody. At any time. I don't lie. I don't steal. I don't murder. Why did they put us down? My whole family. My sons are gone. I don't even know where they are now. They could be dead or alive. I don't know. 4 children I have that damn man. They put him in Philadelphia and collected every dime. When is it going to end? I don't think anybody's family has been through what we've been through. It's worse than slavery. I would like you to please be careful who you vote for. Amen. There's very few people that are trustworthy. If you can't trust the damn government, who can you trust? 1961, that man came here. He absolutely molested 10 children before he got here in New Jersey. They let him out. He should have died. Things are getting worse and worse. I've been here 3 years, and this is the worst. I can't believe that has happened to us. And they're still taking us away. At one time, I thought the things have changed. The March on Washington, they took some of our people away. Martin Luther King, Obama, recalling artists. Hollywood was full of them. They're gone. You know something? 3 years ago when I first came to town, they had me locked in a second apartment. I couldn't even get out. A safe key kept me in that house, in that apartment. Now I know why they did it. I cried like a baby. On tape, they heard it. Man, I've been under surveillance for 6 years, man. On the damn tape. Making tapes. They stole all my stuff. Everything I had, they took it. You let them know what they've done here. You hear me? Don't take it anymore. There's very few whites in the position that we're in. They even poisoned our food and shelters, our drinks. Went into our accounts and cleaned us out. 63rd Market, Kirk Live on 40th Street, and I was. They blackballed me and made sure that I didn't get another room anywhere. Memorlease was collecting every dime. And my ex-husband, her brother. They took us down. But you know something? We're going to survive. Do you hear me? We're going to go through this, and we're going to get. I know I'm dead. They tried to kill me all this time. And God kept me alive.
Amen.
Thank you for listening.
Hello, my name is Thomas Pipe. Try to hide it under red tape. Found out my mother's maiden name is Joaco. At the age of 23. Given up at birth. Put into a foster home for 11 years down in Greenville, South Carolina. I was born in Greenville, South Carolina. Grew up in Telluride. Where they said the Bible Belt runs deep, dirty politics. See, I'm going to address what it is. They're corporate agents working in a corporation for hire. Meaning whoever has the deepest pockets, they can line their pockets with their bidding. That's what they do. That's why they turn it up here. We the people who they say appointed them or elected them to that office. I know that. However, I'm Declaration of Independence. Didn't we wake up this morning with breath? Each and every one of us standing here. Promise says we have to breathe. Promise says we have to go back. Mom also says we do go there. Our people to get them to try the same thing that they're saying they're doing for theirs. Yes, I have also a registered organization. Tax-exempt sovereign family trust organization. Doing business as a real estate mortgage investment. Meaning I know also the United States is a debtor organization. And President Trump and them perpetrating that same lie that we're being told here. Because when I came up here Wednesday, I remember how the police lied and said, this has been disbanded. This has been terminated. Yet we're seeing cameras here today, aren't we? Listening to people's voices. 54 years of age. I've seen a lot. Been to a lot of places I've seen beautiful. Now I've seen them to turn ugly. They're hiding behind something that's been well gone a long time ago called Civil War and the General Order 100, which is called martial rule, aka martial law. I can only respect the truth when it's told. They asked me to tell it. And I did. I realize how they want to put accountability and responsibility upon we the people. But yet when you call them same people that says they're appointed and are elected officials to stand accountable and responsible for their actions and their deeds, they want to hide behind a barrier called walls. Want to make up these lies. Tell people we're being disruptive. How about we are actually exercising Mother Earth? As Michael said in his song, build the world, make it a better place. However, it starts with each and every individual standing here today. Uniting, as they say. United we stand, or divided we fall. Also remember they made a movie called Transformers Age of Extinction. I'm tired of seeing our people. I ain't just talking about black, white, anything what they call. I'm talking about anyone who has red blood in their blue veins, falling prey to these people who want to murder because of control and greed.
Oh, they ain't coming.
It allows me to see I'm very well educated, well beyond what to consider the high schools, Harvard and Yale, indoctrination centers. Because I chose to be selfish. I chose to see the truth through the Creator, called God, Allah, Buddha, or whatever. Because I stay in tune with Mother Nature as the birds. Matter of fact, I had a beautiful sparrow sit by my side yesterday for a minute on event to witness how beautiful our spirits are when we're not at war with each other, when we're not trying to manipulate situations for self-gain called capitalism. Because today, this is our voice. Today, this is revolution. We're not going anywhere. We'll keep standing in spite of people wanting to change or not. It's their choice. I mean, ask us to be men and women. No man, no woman could be taught to be a man and a woman, or from a male or female, to being a man or woman. You have to learn that internally. How to walk, how to face each and every day on this terms called life. I have a natural law wife that I've been practicing at 1415 Fairmount Avenue, the JBJ Soul Homes Project Home, which I've asked to speak with Sister Mary Scolian on more than one occasion. But she seems to be too busy. Her name is Amanda Elizabeth Johnson. The same people who say they help people are the same people depriving people to be with their loved ones. When I went to the proper center, the courts to fight that lie. And they are still dishonoring what they say is the truth. I do know they can be held personally liable in their individual as well as their personal capacities as long as we unite and raise our voices. That's all I have to state.
Hello, my name is Teddy Montaigne. I work with them. I'm volunteer with them. But it really need everybody homeless need a house. They need a house. The kids need a house. Homes.
Homestead for the land.
Homes. Need a lot of homes, and the kids need homes. Everybody need a home. Y'all got a home. Y'all got a home. I just can't put them in your house. Help them up. It's not fair, it's not right. It's not fair, it's not right. It need their homes. Everybody need a home. It's not fair, it's not right. Kids, everything need a home. Food, everything. It need a home. If you don't have a home, guess what? We gonna stay right here.
My name is Tiana Fraser. Look at all these texts out here. Why do you think everybody's out here? Everybody's out here trying to get a home. Everybody out here trying to get a home. trying to get a home. Living out on 19th and Vine, as y'all know, when we had Tent City out there. Living out there on Logan Square Park. How can we get housing? That's the question. How can we get housing? The landlord wants 3 times of your rent. So where can we get 3 times of our rent? Some of them tell you that Social Security is not enough because you gotta have 3 times of your rent. Meaning you probably have to get like 2, 3 jobs for get housing and stuff. There's a lot of people out here that want to have housing and everything, want to pay their rents and everything, want to show a lot of responsibility, everything out here, but we don't have an attorney. We don't have no one that can like put our feet into the door where we can get like housing. It's really hard out here. As you see, everybody out here, we are standing like strong out here and everything, and we standing out here because we get housing. That's what we demanding housing out here, permanent housing. I want to thank all the volunteers and everything that be coming out here that be bringing us food and stuff, drink, water, even made it a little possible for us to take a little shower out here and things. The party johns and stuff out here, so nobody won't be going all around out here in the bathroom and things out here. You got a lot of people out here be calling you bums and everything like that, but they got to realize they number 1 check away from being homeless. All I ask is for if anyone out there have a heart to help us get housing, permanent housing. That's all I have to say.
Okay. We thank all y'all for coming out. Like I said, my name is Lemon Flowers. If there's anything y'all want to ask right now, please do.
How's it going? So for the first couple of days out here, y'all were going under the name Camp Room. I've heard that the name is shifted. Could you please speak on that?
Okay. The reason why the name has been shifted is because we don't want to offend them. And a lot of people think certain names is offensive. So we're going to put out a press release for our new name tonight from one of us first 5 that's passed away. And we're going to name the camp after them.
Camp what?
We're going to name the camp after them.
Oh.
But I'm going to make sure one of the main people that started, like I'm one of the first 5, but it's not my duty to put the name out there. I'll let the first one do. So he's going to put out a press release of our new name by this evening.
We'll follow up. Who is the first one here?
Alex.
Alex.
Yeah.
Thompson?
Yes. He's the one organized it. Very first one. I'm going to let him put the new name out there, which is after the second attempt.
Understood. I'm aware of this.
All right. Anybody else? Yes.
So I'm trying to support you guys with donations and everything from my friends. I put it on social media, and a lot of people have been giving stuff. But then there's this whole element that know me that are from the other side of the fence, and they're claiming that this isn't homeless people here, but this is people from the suburbs camping out, and they're going to try to occupy. And I don't agree with them at all. Would you please speak to that and tell them what's the real story?
Yeah. So the real story is that those of us that organized this, Occupy PHA and Workers Revolution Collective, have been doing this work for quite some time. We camped out. None of us were homeless that camped out in front of the Housing Authority last year to bring awareness to them selling public land to private developers and building a $45 million headquarters in our neighborhood while people were homeless, okay? We witnessed encampment evictions. Some of these members of the media have seen us at multiple encampment evictions. And many of these people that this started with were the people that we met there or doing food and feeding people. You cannot, I don't care what kind of nonsense this city wants to sell, you cannot recruit people that have a place to live to come sleep in tents, especially in the dangerous political climate that we are currently existing in, okay? We started this helping out 5 people. Everybody else came over here on their own. For the city to say that we're taking advantage or getting over, I have a shut-off notice for my electric bill, but I'm down here 12 hours a day while the mayor and Liz Hirsch and Brian Abernathy and Kelvin Jeremiah are all making 6 figures a year to deal with this issue. So for anybody that has an issue with that, you tell them they come down here and they could come down here, they could deal with this, and they could keep things running because they're the ones getting paid to do it. And we're doing this out of the kindness of our heart. And it's totally impossible to get people from the suburbs to leave the comforts of their home and come sleep in a tent a week after riots.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Some people watching live have been asking about the demands, and any of you be willing to just go over your demands in order?
You want to go?
Since the live stream's not, it's like they can't hear it all.
Okay, so the first demand is that the city must transfer ownership of Philadelphia Housing Authority, Philadelphia Redevelopment Authority, and Philadelphia Housing Development Corporation vacant properties to a permanent community land trust designated for permanent low-income housing to be set up by the Workers Revolutionary Collective and administered through local community control committees. The demand is such because these agencies have consistently failed in their duty to provide this housing, and the housing is there. So we feel as though the communities can do a better job of making sure that this housing is being used to house low-income people, and so that it's not up for possible disposition under the multiple programs of the Housing Authority and city agencies to dispose of publicly owned property under the guise of building more housing. So that's why that demand is not for, we don't want vouchers. They're not doing what they're supposed to do, and they're not going to, they've been in receivership, the Housing Authority,
No
just a few years ago.
accountability, none.
Yeah, no accountability.
There you go.
Number 2
None.
is the city must place a moratorium against Philadelphia Housing Authority, Philadelphia Redevelopment Authority, and Philadelphia Housing Development Corporation buying, acquiring, obtaining, trading, auctioning, or selling off any properties until all PHA waiting list applicants have been housed and pending an independent investigation and audit of the effects of mail sales and trade-offs of public land on community members. The city must fire all cops or city contracted workers that do not treat the homeless with respect and dignity. The process must be public and transparent. The police cannot kick people away. They cannot harass people for simply existing. Camping laws do not apply to homeless people. They're not camping. They're existing. The city must repeal all camping ordinances and rules within the city limits. The city must sanction this camp as permanent, legal, and valid, and in no police zone. The city must stop all service days, encampment resolution, or homeless sweep, or any other activities that harass unhoused people, particularly if they have no option for permanent housing. And the city must support tiny houses, and to be clear, these houses must not be funded by low-income tax credits or HUD dollars, and the Housing Authority in the city will not, at any time, dispose of any existing public housing stock to build these tiny homes. They will be a separate thing because the city will dispose of a 3-story, 3-apartment unit in the neighborhood to build these tiny houses if we don't make that clear. So we want to be very clear that no existing housing will be disposed of for these tiny houses. They will be an independent initiative.
I want to go back to your question. Listen, no one here is from the suburbs that stay here overnight. I'm up 7 o'clock in the morning and I go to sleep 3 or 4 o'clock at night. The volunteers come and go, but us as a community is the ones that make it flow. We the ones clean up. We the ones make sure everybody get their supplies. The volunteers leave. Half the time they ain't even here. we take care of each other as we should. Any more questions? Okay. Thank y'all for y'all time.
Is there anything you think people should know about? Like, have y'all faced any sort of harassment or had people coming by it? Is it just people yelling from their cars, or is anything more serious taking place?
You want to take care of
That
this?
you're willing to share?
So we literally, like, we have the police drive by, just recording us, drive by, honking at us. We've had people come in trying to take videos of the residents here while they're in their tents, just minding their business. And we're really trying to emphasize the fact that besides providing, food, medicine, and housing to these people, we're also maintaining their privacy. And I think a lot of times people aren't being mindful of that. They're not thinking about, the fact that we could have people fleeing domestic violence, fleeing sex trafficking here. We could have people just trying to stay safe in the volatile political atmosphere that we're living in right now. That's one issue that we've had. We've also had issues of just media coming unannounced, trying to set up their cameras literally in the middle of people's tents when we've made it very clear that we're working on our time, and when we are ready to address questions and address the media as we are doing now, that is the appropriate time. I know you want to jump in on anything else.
Yeah, I wanted to say that, like they said, there are, people that ride by. But the majority of the harassment is coming from the city officials and the police department, because they're so worried about it finally being in the open that they're not doing what our tax dollars are paying them to do and what we elected them to do, that they feel the need to fabricate fairy tales about what is going on out here. And that's the harassment, is when friends are sending you internal emails that you're not supposed to have, and people are making up stories about you doing these things, or people are saying that you're taking advantage of homeless people when you're doing everything for free and you're risking your own health and your own safety at times while they're at home, like I said, once again, collecting six figures and really working for us. So to me, that's the harassment, because they're trying to discredit the people that organize this, but what that does is it discredits these people's struggle. And these people need housing, and they are real, and they are out here, and they're not out here getting paid by George Soros or whatever people are trying to say. And I just get really offended. I don't care what they say about me. I've been harassed a lot because of doing this activism against PHA, which is very powerful and private, and they don't like to be held accountable. But my thing is that we did this to accomplish something for these people, and to discredit us is taking away from that struggle, and the city needs to come out here. They need to come out here. They want to meet, but they don't want to come out here. Why are they less than us? Why can you only meet with me? I don't sleep out here. You need to meet with them. So I think that's the harassment. The harassment is coming from them making people think that these people aren't really homeless. These are just a bunch of crazy people that are getting paid to be in tents. So now people are angry. Why are they out here? Why are they doing this? So the city is creating a danger, and they will be culpable for that state-created danger, because they're making people think that something is going on here that is not, and they're taking away from these people's struggle, and it needs to stop. And that's the harassment, in my opinion.
Yeah, like I said, one night, or one actually day, we were sitting out here, a guy rolling by, talking about how we're going to die and go to hell because of what we're standing for. Anytime police can lie, anytime that other people can act out against because they may not agree with the principle of what we're standing for, that's harassment. When you got people coming around, turning on sprinklers, mowing, doing, not maybe up here, but it's still the same principle. We're on this planet. That's harassment. And you got people who are saying they're in these places to help people, but depriving the people of the same principle. That's harassment. People who say that they're protected, wearing that badge, is the same one harassing. When does it stop?
Right now.
Right now.
Okay. One more, and then we're going to close out. Anyone have one?
I just wanted to ask, if people are interested in donating, volunteering, social media, anything like that, where they'd be able to access that information?
Yes, we have a donation tent that you can bring your donations here. we looking for supplies like clothing, food, hot meals, pillows, covers, medical supplies. Because as I said before, we have a library, medical center, we got a kitchen area. You know, it's something. We taking care of ourselves, but we need the donations. There's also a couple of other ways where the main people here, they got, you know, set up for money to come in for cash donations. We even got people here that accept cash donations that we put in a certain area.
You have a GoFundMe yet?
Huh?
A couple of people asked me about cash. Do you have a GoFundMe yet?
Yes, we got a GoFundMe.
How do I find it?
She will answer the
Okay.
GoFundMe question, but most of the donations, please bring in tents, beds, covers, food, soap, deodorant, anything you can think about that a human being needs to survive and live, we need.
I got one more question. Ms. Bennett had mentioned that city officials won't come down here. Could she speak on that?
What happened?
You had spoken on city officials not wanting to come here and talk to the residents.
Yes.
Has there been any specific city official?
Yes.
Or?
So there is Eva Gladstein had contacted us about negotiating. In the email that she sent, she talked about being willing to negotiate about tiny houses and sanctioned encampments, but she never spoke about the actual physical properties for people to live in. So we responded by saying that any meeting that we have with any city official, we would require it to be here with the residents, and that they would be required to also answer questions and address the needs of the residents. At that point, she never responded. She had gave us like a date and time, but she never responded. So now we're getting Homeless Advocacy Project. Apparently the city asked them to help us broker a deal because they feel like they're too good to come out here. So now that agency is supposed to come out here. But why can't the city officials come out here? This is your district. This is your city. We don't want to talk to anybody but you, and we don't want to talk to them anywhere but here.
You said the name Eva Gladstein. What is she from?
She's the director of planning, the Office of Planning and Community Development. So just one of your one of your fabricated, high budgeted offices doesn't do anything for anybody.
Amen.
Can I quickly add to yours? I think aside from obviously resources, just amplifying the demands of the residents here, because these are demands that the residents have created for themselves, but these are also demands that service the entire Philadelphia community at large. So just by recycling our demands through social media, we all know the power of social media, recycling through, your private independent social publications, that would also help.
Yeah, I just wanted to say again, there is a donation link on the Workers Revolutionary Collective website, but we do prefer, if at all possible, that people just bring donated items. We put an updated list on the social media accounts every day because there's really a minimal amount of us to collect money and go get things and keep track of everything. So if the only way you can donate and you really want to is monetary, you can do so on that link, but we really prefer that you bring the things on the list here. It's just much easier for us to manage like that. It's much more transparent, and we just prefer it to be that way.
The founder decided to talk, so we're going to give him his time, and then after that, we going to close out.
Thank you all for being here. The residents who initiated this camp says this is about community. The city has not provided options for unhoused brothers and sisters in this city to build community, to build a place so they can grow and prosper. They've been displaced over and over and over, and that is not a solution that ends homelessness. That is a process that perpetuates homelessness. It perpetuates people in positions to have high-paid positions that say they are working to end homelessness and working to service those in these communities that need structure, that need housing and resources. and it just pushes them through a system that does not care for them. So if listening to our brothers and sisters today, we want people to realize that people in Philadelphia have the power to end homelessness together. This encampment, James Talib Dean Camp, is here because of Philadelphians in the initiative of other brothers and sisters who are unhoused to take their destinies into their own hands. These demands are issued by the unhoused brothers and sisters who want to be heard, who have not been heard. And so we thank you for listening, and we hope that other Philadelphians realize that they have the power to end the social contract that the city has not upheld. That we can all do that together if we hold the powers that be accountable to provide the resources that they are granted to the unhoused brothers and sisters. There are a lot of powerful companies and institutions in this city that can end homelessness tomorrow by providing the resources that they have, by paying the taxes that we are due, and the power is in the other Philadelphians' hands to hold them accountable. We can all do it together, and we can all have a community that supports one another, that does not exist only for profit, but exists for the people of this city. Thank you all. My name is Alex Stewart. Thank you.
Like I said before, we thank all y'all for coming out. We thank the city, the country, and everybody for their support, and especially our Father, God. Please, please, don't give up on us or anybody, because it possibly could be you. Y'all met people out here that had businesses, good jobs, degrees, and everything else, but they became homeless. Please don't give up. Let's love each other and let's help each other. Thank you.
I live in the city.